Welcome to the module on basics of concrete. Today we will be discussing about batching and mixing of concrete. But before starting batching and mixing of concrete, let us understand what is concrete. Concrete is a mixture of cement, water, aggregate which includes both coarse and fine aggregates, sand, mineral admixtures and the chemical admixtures. The combination of all these ingredients will produce what is known as concrete. Batching of concrete is a process of weighing or volumetrically measuring and introducing into a mixture the ingredients for producing a batch of concrete. To produce a uniform quality concrete mixes, measure the ingredients accurately for each batch. The different modes of batching of concrete are manual batches, semi-automatic batches, and the automatic batches. Manual batcher means all the ingredients of the concretes are being batched manually. Semi-automatic are like aggregates are being batched manually, and then mixing is some part of the aggregates are being batched manually, and some of them are automatically. And then automatic batches are like all the aggregates are being batched automatically, whether it is 10 mm, 20 mm, fine aggregates, admixtures, water, or mineral admixtures, whatever the ingredients of the concrete is concerned. As per IS 4925, the individual tolerances of different types of ingredients involved in the concrete are cement and other cementitious materials can vary by plus minus 1%. Aggregates can vary by plus minus 2%. Water can vary by plus minus 1%, and admixtures can vary by plus minus 3% of the decided weights or the designed weights of the individual ingredients. Types of batching, if you see, we have two types of batching. One is batching by weight, and the other one is batching by volume. When we say batching by weight, means all the ingredients are being batched using the weights or the like 10 mm, 20 mm dust or cement, whatever it is. And when we say volume batching, that means all the ingredients are being batched by volume. Now, weights of each type of aggregates are being mixed in a batch plant as per the design mix, and better accuracy you have when you follow the weigh batching, whereas when you do a volume batching, the box which is being utilized to measure the volume of the ingredients are being standardized to 35 liters as per IS standard. The size of the box is 25 by 35 by 40 centimeters in height. The standard boxes can be of different sizes like 35 liters, 17.5 liters, or 8.75 liters. The volume batching is generally used for the concrete which is of a low volume concrete to be produced, like when the quantity of the concrete is less and the progress is required is not to that extent expected, like it should not be that speed, then volume batching is preferable. Like when the because it can be easily done using a firma which is of defined size and can be manually batched and placed for small size of concrete works to be done. But when you talk about wave batching, then wave batching is generally utilized where the concrete production quantities are higher, where the speed of placing or the speed of producing the concrete is much larger as compared to the normal producing normal work. And wave batching will include all the ingredients to be batched in terms of weight. That means the accuracy as per the design mix is concerned and the production of the concrete is concerned, the variation between the weights measured and the weights required for producing a concrete mix of required grade will be accurate. Now, weight to volume conversions, if you see, the weights can be converted into volume by using the DLBD of the individual aggregates which are being utilized for producing a concrete. Now, the different as the weights of concrete under SSD conditions can be noted down for a particular grade of concrete, and then for each bag of cement, what is the quantity of 20 mm required, 10 mm required, and fine aggregates required, or the admixture quantity required can be noted down. Now we know the bulk density of 20, 10 and fine aggregates. So dividing the weight divided by the volume will give you the multiply weight divided by the bulk density will give you the volume of the concrete to be mixed, where volume of different ingredients to be mixed to produce a particular grade of concrete. Now, once you know the volume of the concrete and you know the standard weight volume of the Fermat which is required to produce the concrete, which is generally 35 liters or 0.035 cubic meters of one Fermat size. So the required quantity is 0.042 cubic meters and the Fermat is of capacity 0.035. So 0.042 divided by 0.035 will give you 1.2. That means 1.2 times the Fermat will be measuring 20 mm aggregate equal to 918 kgs. This is how you can convert all the ingredients weight into the volume, and then the volume mixing can be done using the required Fermat. Fermats are of standard size, where you have 25 mm, 25 to 35, 25 by 35 by 40 centimeters size. Now the height 40 centimeters can be divided into equal divisions, so that each division will have a 0.1 cubic meter of concrete. So this is how, if you want to measure 1.2, that means one full Fermat, and then 0.2, that means two divisions of the vertical measurement will give you 1.2 volume of the required aggregate to be batched volumetrically, and then that can be mixed in the concrete to produce the required grade of concrete. So these are the different types of different numbers of boxes generally used to do the volume batching, so that each bag can be dedicated for a particular type of aggregates, and then the capacity of the batches can be written on top with respect to height, like each one is given, so that directly you can take those molds and do the measurement part. So the different dimensions of different capacities of molds, if you see, like for 25 liters, the length and width should be 25 by 25 and height can be 40. If the capacity is 35 liters, 27 by 48 meters. So this is how the by varying the length, width and height, you can vary the different capacities, or you can have the different capacity molds to be used for volume mixing. But generally 25 by 35 by 40 is the standard mold which is used for doing the volume batching. So batching, most concrete specifications requires that the batching be performed by weight rather than by volume, because of inaccuracies in measuring aggregates, specifically the damp aggregates. Water and liquid air internally admixtures can be measured accurately either by weight or by volume. Batching by using weight provides a greater accuracy and avoids problems created due to the bulking of the sand. Batch also decides the capacity of the plant to produce a particular grade of concrete. So mixing is required to produce a concrete that can be easily placed and compacted. So different types of aggregates like 2010, water and cement equally batched as per the required design mix quantities, and then can be poured in sequence on a mixing unit to mix the ingredients and produce a good cohesive mix of concrete. Concrete must be mixed thoroughly so that the ingredients of the mix can be blended evenly, resulting in the uniformity of the mix, ease in placing, and also the compaction. Manual mixing, if you see the photographs shown in the slides, you have manual mixing of two types. One is being done on a wheelbarrow, or the other can be on a platform which is being properly maintained and mixed manually. You can put a sheet also in between so that the water loss can be controlled during the manual mixing. Mechanical mixing or manual type or semi-automatic, if you see, the first photograph will give you only the mixing, and the second photograph does mixing as well as the transportation of the concrete. So this is the photograph of a batching plant of CP30 or 30 cubic meters per hour capacity plant, where you have the silos, you have the mixing units, you have the aggregate bins, and then the discharge unit. The beauty of this plant is all the ingredients are being weighed accurately using the weigh batchers, whether it is cement or 10 mm or 20 mm or dust or the sand is there, and even if the water and the admixture quantities are there. The automatic plant are having a capacity depending upon the capacity, the progress or the production can be increased and faster progress can be achieved. The quality of the mixing can be consistent and maintained for a longer duration of time. When we talk about mixing time is nothing but or mixing time is defined as the time elapsed between the loading of the first constituent to the final discharge of the concrete. So if you see the graph, the mixing time, the total mixing time is being divided into different units like dry mixing, wet mixing, mixing period, which is being generally carried out in a mixer, and then the discharge period. So right from the beginning of the drying mixing till the end of the discharge time is what is known as the mixing time. Now mixing time also depends, generally taken as 1 minute for all types of batches to be used in the mixer. And as you know that batch decides the capacity of the plant, or you can say the capacity of the plant decides the batch. Either way is possible. Like for example, if you have a 0.5 cubic meter batch, the minimum or the maximum 0.5 cubic meter capacity of batch is being produced from a batching plant. That means the capacity of the plant is 30 cubic meters per hour. And if the batch size, maximum batch size is 1 cubic meters, that means the capacity of the plant is 60 cubic meters per hour. Or if the maximum batch size is 2 cubic meters, that means the capacity of the plant is 120 cubic meters per hour. So this is how, after doing the mixing, the concrete is being discharged through the discharge point and is being collected in a transit mixture as shown in the photograph. During the discharge and while it is falling onto the transit mixture, care has to be taken so that the elephant nose should be provided in order to reduce the free fall of the concrete and the spillover of the concrete from the transit mixtures. The transit mixture needs to be positioned neatly and just below the discharge position, so that whatever the quantity is being discharged from the mixing unit should go straight into the transit mixtures carrying capacities. So to summarize this module, we talked about the definition of batching and mixing of concrete. We also talked about different types of batching of concrete, the manual and automatic batching of concrete, minimum mixing time of concrete to be required for a mix to be cohesive and uniform mixing of concrete is concerned, manual and automatic mixing of concrete. Next module we will cover the transportation of concrete. So till then, thank you for watching this module on batching and mixing of concrete.